All right. This week on the Chicago 60 podcast, we are talking about the Bears and the Saints. We're very sad about it. We're also talking about Columbus Day. How do you feel about it? What are your thoughts about it? These are things we want to know because this is a holiday, or is it a holiday? We're not sure. There's a new rule about chickens. We must talk about the chickens. And apparently Fulton Market is a cool place to go in the city. We're talking about all of that. And of course, the Jagoff of the week. That's all for this week on the podcast. And now, gentlemen, it is time for podcast.
Hey, we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
I don't even know what the fuck that was.
That was the funniest shit. Oh my god, bro. Dude, that is fucking phenomenal. All right.
Yeah, leave it up to us to just start
That's
doing
right.
stupid shit.
Well, what else is there to do?
Da,
but
da,
stupid
da,
shit.
It's true, man.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. It's time for another episode of podcast, and I have, of course, with me two of my favorite people on the podcast with me. First of all, I am your illustrious host, Justin Jawar. And, of course, I have to my left my other illustrious co-host. To my direct left is, of course...
Russell, let's do this, y'all.
He's lyrical as a motherfucker. And then across from me, sitting across from the table is... Hey, look who it is!
Look who's back, y'all.
Hey,
He's back!
hey, I found my way home.
We're happy you're back.
Thank you.
Hopefully you found a boat.
He's
while you were
homeward
gone.
bound. The dogs have found their way back to their home.
It's an incredible journey, and I was lost in the city, but now I'm back now.
That's right. Who are you?
I'm definitely Chance.
Okay.
I mean, there were really no black
Chance
pets
or-
in that. Oh no, like the two dogs. It was Shadow,
Oh, I see what you're
Chance,
saying.
and Sassy.
Right.
So I think I was Chance.
Did you think he was talking about Chance,
The rapper.
the rapper,
I've been
Justin?
rap a minute, but I
Man,
was
you
like,
made a
why
Homeward
don't you
Bound
just-
reference, and
Why
then
don't
you
you
couldn't
just
follow
say your
suit.
actual name, you
Oh
silly
yeah,
bitch.
sorry. I'm Norm.
It's Stormin' Norman.
Right.
Stormin' Norman is back, everybody, for the podcast. So we're excited to have you back, Norm. And with
have you
that,
back.
I say cheers. Cheers to the podcast. Oh, yeah, motherfuckers. If you aren't drinking, you're doing something wrong, folks. Or don't drink. Whichever. I mean, we had TJ on. He doesn't drink. Don't drink if you don't want to drink.
Do you?
We're gonna
Don't fall for that peer pressure.
We're gonna have a frosty beverage.
We're not forcing you.
And I actually made the gentleman old fashions.
Yeah.
I do not have one because I ran out of alcohol,
It's gone.
but it's delicious. Not really nutritious, but it is delicious. Is what I.
He
have
put a
heard.
piece of fruit peel in it.
Yeah, well, that's what you do with old fashions. It's called a garnish.
Uh huh.
It's
Do
called
you
a,
not,
it's called a garnish.
do you not know how drinks
You
work?
could have just given me the orange. I would have taken the orange.
You would've
I'd like a
taken the
good
whole
orange
orange.
slice. I'd love a good orange slice.
What
in
if
my
you like
drink.
put a whole orange in your shit?
Right, just the whole fucking
Just the
orange just in
orange.
there.
It's like no
and be
liquid,
like,
it's just
you're
all
like,
orange.
fool, it's called a garnish.
Jesus.
no, these are pretty fucking good.
They're
I like the hint of orange because of
Right.
the giant peel in my drink.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be. That's a traditional old fashioned. It is delicious. Again, not nutritious, but it is delicious.
It is damn good.
So there we go. Well, hey, everybody. We've got an amazing show lined up if you weren't paying attention to the intro. This week, we have no special guest. You just have to deal with us, the original crew. But we have awesome stuff to talk about tonight. I'm super pumped about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to talk about. A lot of cool stories coming out this past week. We will have a very cool special guest next week. Well, I'm super excited to see how you're going to deal with our boy, a.k.a. Wilhelm Duke, my boy Eric, coming in. He's a rapper.
Yeah,
He's
MC.
He white, though.
You white though?
He's trying to be the next Eminem.
Don't say
Eminem.
There's
Don't
so many
Eminem,
white
Eminem,
rappers
Eminem,
now.
Eminem,
There's so many
Eminem,
great
Eminem.
white
He's
rappers.
not trying to be like Eminem.
He's
Nah,
trying to be
He's trying to be
himself.
himself. He's trying to be himself.
He's
He's
just
cool dude.
white. He's just a white rapper, man.
Just a guy who's
He's just a rapper who just is white.
who says lyrical things
Yeah.
in a way gets lyrical into a microphone.
Stop.
That's how he does that.
You're talking really white right now. Being extra white up in here.
Well, shit. I guess.
Well, as long as he doesn't have
the
bear
shoe
mace, I think we're
fits.
okay.
You mean I'm acting the color that I am? That is just racist.
A little bit.
All right. Well, let's get going here, folks. First of all, we've got a lot of things to talk about. The first thing we're gonna briefly talk about, because if I talk about it too much, I might want to shove pencils in my eyeballs, is the Bears and the fans. So apparently a football game happened.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was an actual football game.
What?
But apparently one did happen.
There was a
yesterday.
game yesterday?
I'm not aware of this.
It was
I
ass
thought
kicking.
I thought there was supposed to be a game.
It was
I'm not
ass
sure who
kicking
played
on
it.
TV that I saw.
Yeah.
To be
There's-
fair, you guys came back the last quarter.
Nah.
You guys
man.
got to 25.
I'm going to honestly let everyone know I turned the game off. What? Fourth quarter? What? We watched like one drive.
Ron and I watched the game together at
It's
Ron's
terrible,
house,
though. It's
and
terrible.
at about midway through the fourth quarter, I was like, "All right,
I don't even think it was midway through. I think we saw like the first series the Bears had,
Yeah.
and that shit was like another
like,
3 and
oh, boy.
out. And I was like, okay, I think I've seen enough. Yeah. Shit was hard to watch, man.
yeah, that was."
It was.
I would have rather have taken a long shit than watch that game. And the shit I would have taken would have been the Bears' offensive performance.
Pretty much. Yeah, man.
It was some bad mamma jamma.
It was not good.
Bad mamma jamma.
It was not good.
No, it was not good. It was not good at all. And yet they almost still uncovered or recovered 2 onside kicks at the end. The fuck? That's crazy. I think they're the only team that did ever recover an onside kick this season. So they did that at least. The special teams played. They were like, yo, we got you. The problem is they only play like 5% of the plays. Kind of hard. I mean, that's a high percentage if you're scoring touchdowns and doing what you need to do, and you're only playing like 6, 7, 8 plays a game.
It's a tough game. It was a really tough game to watch. Coach basically acknowledged that he should have ran the ball more, which we were saying.
I'm not an idiot.
The same game.
I'm not an idiot. I know I need to run the ball.
Come on,
I'm not
Coach.
an idiot.
Coach,
Well, that's
come on,
funny
man.
because we all think you're an idiot because you didn't. You ran the ball once in the entire first half. You nincompoop.
Mitchell,
You know,
you gotta play better, man.
yeah, Mitch,
You gotta play better,
sucked
dude.
Massive ass.
You got people up here trying to come up with ways to pay off your contract, man, to get you out of here, yo.
That's some funny shit. So we posted that earlier today on the page. There's a legit.
He did it.
That's what I did because I thought it was fucking hilarious. But there's literally people who are trying to like start a fund to pay off Mitchell's contract so
It's
that we
not
can just
happening.
get rid of
People
him.
quit playing.
People want Cam.
Y'all
Newton
got a
now.
lot of money to generate. If y'all think y'all about to buy this dude out,
I mean,
quit playing.
I'd love for people to get together and want to pay me off. Like, just pay
Instead,
me to
you
go
all
away.
$50 a day will get us to our goal.
Like that's the type of career I want.
So
y'all can
somebody-
show some love at Chicago 60, man. Send that money over
Somebody creates one of those things with the fucking thermometer and you just keep.
Oh, you keep
We're
marking
almost
off.
there. Hey, folks, if you call in, not only do you get a CD of Huey Lewis and the Nudes, but we're also getting closer to our goal of getting Mitchell Trubisky his contract so we can get somebody else. Come on, call in, folks. It's going to be
You
great.
really just dated yourself. It's
All
like
right.
kids don't know Huey.
That was the first band that came
Huey
to mind.
Lewis and the
The
news.
first one.
Yeah, I
It was-
like Huey.
it was
man.
Yeah,
they're
really.
Great.
Dope, man.
They're great, but they're dated. So
It's hell.
that's the point.
It's hell.
That's what his contract
Dated
is worth.
as hell.
It's an old Huey Lewis in the News CD
That's pretty bad.
or track record
album.
album.
Okay, I was
An
like,
album.
you won't even give him the whole album?
That was part millennial coming out. Yeah. So anyway, I don't really have a whole lot more to say other than, and Mike Jaworski will probably say some shit because that's a thing that happens.
That
But
You know he got something to say.
he always has something to say.
always has
He's gonna be a lot
something to
louder than me. I'll tell you that. But
Bears, you did it to yourself.
they did do it to themselves, and what I would say is, they're relying on the defense, but it's like if the offense can't even stay on the field, the defense is just going to get tired. And it doesn't matter how good they are if they're playing up against any decent offense, if they're on the field the entire game,
Yeah.
you're going to get tired.
You're gonna
Like,
get
it's
tired.
just that simple.
These guys are machines. They act like
Yeah.
it, but they're not.
No.
And they play majority of the game, and offense got to come with it next week. It's gonna be rough, man. They look awful yesterday.
I'm hoping that this is one of those moments where they get utterly crushed, and they're like, "We can't let this happen again. We can't let this happen again. Come on, boys, we gotta come together." Like Denzel Washington walks out, and they go to like a field with a bunch of.
I will put my foot in your John Brown hind parts.
That's right. And fucking I can't remember
the
the other guy.
Titans?
Remember
Yeah,
the
like
Titans,
some other random coach who's inspirational comes out. George Halas comes back from the grave.
They will remember the day they faced the Titan or the Chicago Bears.
That's right. That's right. And then all of a sudden they just fucking crush it for them. But did they go 3-3 last year? Because Troy Aikman was like, "Well, the Bears." This is my Troy Aikman impersonation because I don't like. "Well, the Bears were 3-3 last year, but this time it's different."
Wait,
That's
the
how
question
Troy
was-
Aikman sounds.
Did we? Yeah, that really sounds
I
like
don't-
Troy Aikman.
He's such a doofus.
Wait, the question was, did we go 3?
Did we go 3-3 last year and then we
3
crushed it? I don't remember that.
3. Wait, did
I thought we were like, I thought we lost against the Packers and went 5 straight.
We
He's
did
like,
go.
we went 3-3.
The good thing about football
don't
is,
know.
you
could
had
look
these
this up.
moments. You can go a couple weeks, have some bad losses, and you can turn it around. Bears just got to turn it around now, man. I mean, Bears got a tough schedule this year because they showed that they were going to be a good team. So last year, and they hooked us up, gave us a
They
big boy
gave us-
schedule.
I know. They
You know?
they gave us a real schedule this year.
You know what's really funny? It's not even funny. Packers smacked the shit out of the Raiders yesterday. So it's just, we lost to the Packers, we lost to the Raiders, and the Raiders handled they asses yesterday. So, way to go, Bears.
Yeah.
Way to
It's I'm not thrilled about that.
I'm not thrilled about that, man.
I'm not thrilled about
I'm not thrilled
anything
about
that I
that, man.
saw yesterday.
Dude, nah, man.
I would have rather been
Dude.
doing housework.
Who you telling? I could have sat up and binge watched something until, Power came on.
I could have taken
Actually,
a nap.
Power was off yesterday. That mid-series, the mid-season finale kind of threw me off. I was waiting for that. So, I was even more pissed off because I thought that was coming on.
Yo, Mitch Trubisky missed 2 open throws.
Stop
man.
it, dude. Mitchell missed 11.
mean, I understand
Seriously?
his shoulder's still hurting, but for fuck's sake, dude. I mean, you can't be missing.
I think I could have made them
Easy
throws.
passes.
I think
So-
I could have made those throws.
So wait,
I could have made those
why
throws.
are we not letting?
I'm short and white.
Why are we not letting the people pay to have him move on?
I mean,
I don't know. I guess 'cause
the
it's
question is
frustrating.
who to even replace him with.
That's-
You know who?
Cam Newton?
No.
Who? If one more person say that Cam Newton is coming to Chicago, it's not happening.
Yeah, right.
People.
No, it's not.
All right, that's not even Bear. That's not even the Bear way.
Yeah.
That,
But, I
that's
mean,
not at
We
all.
can get Cutlet back.
Oh
about
my God, dude.
Cutler.
I love how did you call
Cutlet.
him Cutlet?
I did call him Cutlet.
Only if
We
he
can
comes
get
back
Cutlet.
with a lot of Viennese cutlets.
Man,
Would I
Let's
even
bring
consider
Cutlet
it?
back.
I'm about to jump out the window.
He just
man.
comes back and he's just like, "Hey everybody, I know that you didn't like me very much, but look, I have all these Viennese pork cutlets for you. Would you like some?
How do you feel
Hey,
now?
How do you feel about me now? Do you want some gravy on them? Yeah." I might be like,
Okay,
I'll try it.
fine. Just look down.
Try
Fine.
it.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, Billy said he would have Mr. Cutlet back.
Yeah. Technically still the best quarterback of all time for the Bears. I
That
mean,
says a
that's the
lot,
sad
dude.
part.
That's really sad.
Oh, fuck a duck,
fucking
man.
terrible.
All right, well, da Bears. And we posted a bunch of videos today.
Dude, we talked a
where-
lot of shit yesterday.
you guys
That-
did
that's it.
talk a
Wait, the
lot
funny thing
of
is,
shit.
I said the
Damn,
Bears was going to
dude.
win like 35-10, and we got that ass smashed 35-10 till they scored a couple more touchdowns. So, I mean, yeah.
Bro, what
I
would
felt
have been
bad.
really hilarious if they had
Really
gotten that
embarrassed.
second onside kick and they had like still like 50 seconds. They run down the field and score. It'd have been like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. If I'd been Sean Payton, I'd have been like, you must be joking. But man, we lost to. I didn't know that Sean Payton graduated from Naperville Central. He's from Illinois.
He's a local boy.
I hate
man.
him a little less because of that. Actually, I don't really hate him at all. I just dislike that he beat us, and also he has like resting male bitch face like John Gruden. I don't even really dislike John Gruden either, but
I do not dislike
still,
Sean
like, come
Payton.
on, man.
I just said that yesterday. I like Sean Payton.
So disappointing. Well,
He called some good ass plays yesterday.
he did. He
like, I
crushed the
mean,
defense.
he got it done.
Yeah.
His play calling was on point.
With
play
no
calling
Alvin
was
Kamara.
like,
No Kamara.
they had nobody.
No Breeze.
They had nobody.
They had Latavius Murray.
Crushed us.
Ugh.
The dude's like what? He's like 6'4".
He's a
dude.
big boy.
He's a big dude, man. He's taller than Michael Thomas. They receive he like towers over that dude. That's a running back.
Yeah, I know. Well, there you go. Well, the Bears lost. They lost.
Mad at the Bears. That's why I got my Bulls hat on today. Bulls season starts tomorrow, y'all.
Oh shit! It's basketball season coming. We'll
Latavius,
talk more about them.
Latavius Murray is 6'3".
Nice.
Just to let you know.
See, this is what we do.
230
We educate
pounds,
on this
6'3".
podcast. We look at this. We all have computers. This is informational shit right here. All right. Well, moving right along in
Other
news.
news.
All right. Well, let's talk about a quick update about the CPS strike.
Yo,
It happened.
it happened.
It happened in a major way.
It's still happening. They're not going tomorrow either.
We want stuff.
No, man.
No more school.
Dude,
Give us more stuff.
we need these kids in school, man.
Right?
Kids up here hanging out and
Yo,
shit.
I was at your house and the kids are just going and partying.
Dude, yeah, like the kids are,
Bruh.
they're probably outside right now because they have no school.
They have
tomorrow.
no school. What are they gonna? They're
Must
just
be
getting into
damn good to be a
shenanigans.
child now.
right now. But what they fail to realize is they're just gonna tack on all the days at the end.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And then they're gonna be really sad. Why are we getting out?
Yeah,
Well, because
never.
you had a fucking free vacation for 2 weeks.
Some of
with
those kids are
people
going to be like,
striking.
no, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't have to go back. They're
Yeah.
like, no, you have to go. Like, fuck, no, I'm
no,
out.
No, you
I'm
just,
a grown man now.
Dude, yo, if some kid was smart enough to think of that as an actual argument, that'd be like, let that kid graduate right now. He's figured out life. Like, nah, fam, I ain't going back to school.
No.
Yo, you took off school. I was ready to go.
I was here.
I was
Smart.
ready. I was at the doors. Y'all didn't show up, so I
Hey.
booked.
That's a smart kid
I
right
showed
there.
up.
He's right.
I taught
showed up.
myself,
She's
I'm going
right.
to college. Fuck all y'all.
It's like that joke. I think it's Bill Burr. He's talking about grocery stores. Like, what's with these checkout lines? These self-checkout lines? It's like, I'm just going to walk out with a bunch of shit.
It works.
What
Not
store
checkout.
makes you go pick out your own shit and then pay for yourself and then leave? No, I picked out my shit. I walked out. Hey, sir, you have to pay for that. No, I don't. I waited. Nobody came to collect my money.
Bill
So I
Burr,
left.
dude.
Same
Hey.
thing with this kid.
Only Bill can get away with that shit.
Right?
It's true. I was like, these kids, like, I came to school. Nobody was there.
Yeah,
I was
man.
ready to learn. Educate me.
These kids up
Educate
here
me.
planning like hangout days and
Right?
shit. They're having
Oh
like
my
day
God.
parties.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's what they're doing now.
Oh, my God.
You know, riding bikes all over the city. It's like it's summer vacation.
Yo, kids-
2.0 and shit.
Kids living in the city have it so spoiled. Like, they could just have a school strike. Yo, we didn't have that shit in the fucking burbs. Nobody in the burbs is having fucking school strikes.
Nah.
Fuck that shit,
Everybody
man.
in the
That doesn't
burbs
happen.
at school.
Only in the city. This city is
That
so
was you?
fucked up.
You
Kids can get out of school because teachers go on
just
strike.
You live that burb life and shit.
I live that burb life. I am a white, male, suburban, middle class,
Oh.
regular.
Look,
stick
hey,
in
he
the
threw
mud.
that. He threw that middle class up in there.
Right? Middle class.
Get your
Only for a
ass
few
outta
moments.
here.
Only for a few moments.
Middle class.
Shit. Yeah, but all right. So that's happening. It's happening.
Still
If
going.
you're dealing with it, we apologize. If you have to, I legitimately called this lady on Friday, and I got a hold of her phone. I'm trying to sell her on the phone systems I sell for my 9 to 5 job. That's still a thing. So
Don't
please
talk
donate.
about that. Don't talk
Please
about
donate
that.
so I don't
talk
have to
about
do that anymore.
Don't talk about that.
But I called her up and she's like, literally on the phone. She's just like, "What are you doing? No, don't do that." And she just turns back. She's like, "I'm sorry. I this is not a good time." I'm like, and I just go, "CPS strike," and she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'll call you another time." It was
This is
such a funny interlude.
This is probably not
See-
the best week for her.
Yeah, no,
But
it
see,
hasn't been a good time.
that's kind of a difference between parents because I know my mom would have been like, "Oh, you think you out of school? Oh, excuse me, get your ass there, sit down and start reading a book, motherfucker." And we're like, "Wait, what?" And like, no, we got science book, Mom. This science book's from like the '80s. I don't give a fuck. It's still the same shit. Read along. Pluto ain't changed. Like,
Damn.
just like he's sitting there like, God
And
dang
there's
it.
some kids sitting their ass there reading that
Yep.
old ass science
Yep.
book right now, while my kid is riding around on his bike all damn day.
Oh man,
Sam.
this is a good opportunity for me to try out my homeschooling. So let's get to learning.
However, we do need to pay teachers more because education is important. And if we pay the teachers a decent wage, maybe they wouldn't fucking strike.
Well, the biggest thing is we talked about it with TJ Karam when he was on last week, and the two of the bigger things beyond just pay is like they just don't want to deal with as many fucking kids.
It's like 50
Yeah,
kids,
yeah,
it's
one
insane.
teacher with
Insane.
no
and they want
assistance.
administrative. They want
Yeah,
more administrative staff.
insane.
That's nuts, man. I wouldn't want
Crazy.
50 kids.
I mean,
Shit.
what are you supposed to? You can't. That's not legal.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm
it
trying
is
to say.
legal technically.
30 of them motherfuckers.
I
are
mean,
too
but
many.
in
they
a
wanna
su-
change
like
it.
so, in a summer camp, you're only allowed. I think it's like 10 to 15 kids per 2 counselors.
Right.
Right.
At a time. So how could you go, well, fuck the schools, let's force them to
And let's
teach
be
50
for real,
kids.
this is summer camp. So
Yeah.
this ain't, they like playing board games.
Exactly.
They
We're
like
playing
doing some arts
dodgeball.
and
We're
crafts.
throwing
They like
stuff at each
playing
other.
Sports. This ain't school.
No.
You got 50 kids to one teacher.
And then expect them to all move on and be educated and understand everything.
Man, you know they talking all kinds of shit in that classroom.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You know they.
If you're not talking shit, what are you doing in a classroom? I don't know. I would just talk shit the whole time.
I
I was a
say
class
Justin was an
clown.
asshole
Yeah,
in
yeah,
school.
yeah,
man.
I was a class
Justin-
Yeah.
clown.
No shit.
I clowned with the class. That's
Yeah.
how I roll.
So that's how you got so skilled now. You little smart
it's
ass.
just it comes
Comes with the
it comes
territory.
naturally.
Your ass.
Naturally. All right. Well, there's a strike happening, and it's not over yet. So if you're dealing with it, we sorry.
We sorry.
But we don't have kids, so we're not. We're just having to look at these people outside. If I was them, I'd be fucking getting drunk at the same time, to be honest with you. I'd be like, wait, one more. And then later in the day, it's like, wait, one more. More. But then they're actually talking about alcohol. They're like, hey, open the cooler. What's left? I mean, it's like a vacation for them, except they're just outside, just chanting the whole
It
day.
is not a vacation for them because they're just
Justin?
loading that shit up.
It
also
is
not making
not a vacation for them.
All right. Well, anytime I see people not working, I just think it's a vacation.
just people on the street just waiting for a job. Fucking vacationers. Fucking people
fucking
just
vacation
sitting
people.
around doing nothing.
You ain't got nothing
Man, you need like a big bald spot, a cardigan, and just like a fucking angry like growl. Like fucking vacationers.
Vacationers.
Pretty much. Well, again, if you're dealing with it, we sorry. But,
sorry.
move to the burbs, I guess. They don't strike out there. Do yourself a fucking favor. All right. Well, moving right along in
In
other
other
news. Hey, did you know Columbus Day happened last week? That was a thing that occurred. I didn't even
did
remember that was happening.
Did I miss a Columbus
There
Day?
was there,
Yeah, Columbus Day
apparently,
came and went
it's-
real
yep.
quick.
It's a
Damn,
thing.
What was that?
You were living life apparently.
That's good.
You were going about your daily business
Yep.
as you should have. But apparently Columbus Day is like a thing. It's a thing that is now a contentious thing.
Yeah, of course.
I don't even know if it's that even like does anybody in Chicago care about Columbus Day?
Nope.
No.
Not really.
Apparently there was a parade. Did you know there was a fucking parade?
Nope.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
don't know. Can we just like move on from this day?
Well, I
Yep.
mean,
It's just like
they're working on
Come
trying to make it Indigenous People Day because Columbus didn't find America. America was already
it was
fucking found.
Amerigo
Like-
Vespucci.
Like it was already kind of inhabited by people, and Columbus was like, nope, this is mine. And they're like, hey, so how you doing? Like, I don't give a fuck about you. I found this. Like it's like Debo coming on what chain? My mama gave me that. My mama gave me you this piece of land. What land? Fool.
I just imagine, I just imagine like Amerigo Vespucci and like Christopher Columbus. Like Christopher Columbus gets there second, and Amerigo's like, this land, it is great. I am so glad I discovered it. And like Columbus just is like all busy, just like, I'm sorry, bitch, you discovered what?
What you
He's
find?
like, I discovered this land. And Columbus is like, no, I discovered this land. No, I did. No, I discovered it. And then just Amerigo just gets slowly confused as to why he is so adamant that he just gets beaten down as a man to the point where he starts agreeing with Columbus. He's like, you did discover
You
it.
did do this.
You deserve all the treasures.
I will say though the one part that I like. So I was cheating and reading the Wikipedia page on Columbus Day, and there's a second paragraph where it says, for the 400th anniversary in 1892. Following a lynching in New Orleans where a mob had murdered 11 Italian immigrants, President Benjamin Harrison declared Columbus Day a one-time national celebration. Like
One time.
What? Like they just kind of slipped following a lynching in New Orleans. They decided to do Columbus Day for a one-time thing and see how it goes.
Wow. Obviously, it went well.
Yeah, they made it permanent. I think they removed the lynching process, and
That sounds good. Remove the
That's
that
that's a good start.
sounds
Yeah.
like progress to me.
yeah, and then
I don't know.
you know,
Yeah, just a tad.
Yeah.
Sounds phenomenal.
small stop.
That-
That's all right.
End the lynching.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan, bro.
Yeah, man, that party
Oh
is.
my
Yeah.
That's
goodness.
not a party, man.
Nah, that's not good.
That's not good.
But yeah, I don't know. So people are like, "Oh, let's make this Indigenous People Day." I'm like, I don't know. Does anybody really care about Columbus Day so much? Like, I just feel like we're getting all bent out. I mean, I'm cool with it just not being a day. Like you see, like all the Italian people coming out. Hey, we discovered America, baba booey, right? And then like,
You didn't discover anything.
yeah, that's the thing. And it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just an excuse to eat a lot of Italian food. I don't really know anymore, but I kind of just feel like it's just a day. I don't even think anybody gets the day off other than maybe schools.
Yeah.
So, like, are we cool just getting rid of it in general?
Are you gonna make that decision right now?
I would be cool with that. Yeah.
Are you like, so we're cool?
I do
All right, we're
declare
cool.
we end Columbus Day. 'Cause
Well,
if it's having this much of a problem now, it's like, look, Christopher Columbus, not that great of a dude. He did some bad shit. Okay? That's fairly
You
obvious.
think?
Indigenous peoples,
A whole bunch of
back in the
bullshit,
day, did some very heinous and disgusting things. Nobody's fucking perfect. So how about we just agree everybody sucked, and let's just all work that day.
We already do. What are you talking about?
That's my point, Norm. We already worked the damn day anyway. So what the fuck is the point of even celebrating this thing? It's so stupid. Everybody's getting all upset about this shit, and it's like, yo, nobody's good on either side. So how about fuck it and just remove the day? How about we just replace it with everybody's wonderful happy day, and that's the new holiday, and everybody gets that day off. I think that sounds like a much better holiday.
You know what? Either way, like you see, I completely went through the whole week and didn't even acknowledge Columbus Day. So
Yeah.
you can remove it, you can not remove it. I don't acknowledge
I
it.
legitimately feel like the only people who even acknowledge it are the people who just get overly offended by it at this point. Columbus didn't discover it. It was horrible to native peoples. It's like, yes, that is all factual. That's all correct.
Facts.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. So how
Facts.
about instead
Okay.
of calling it Indigenous Peoples Day, we just get rid of the day?
So to
And
be
how about we
fair,
just celebrate the Indigenous
he looks
peoples in
tired
general?
with his day too.
He does look.
He looks fed up with his own day.
He looks.
Yeah.
He looks pissed
He
in
look
that
like he
photo,
ain't
bro.
He
Well,
looks
then,
like
man.
he's done. He's
Yeah,
like,
I
you know
haven't
what?
seen-
I
I
don't
don't think
want
I've
to
seen
stay
ever
either.
a photo of Christopher Columbus where he just doesn't look PO'd. He's just like, I discovered this country, but it is very hard, and I did not enjoy the journey at all. And now there are already people here, these Indians, and they're like, oh, no, we're not actually. You are Indians?
You didn't find India, dude.
You are Indians, right?
No.
No, actually,
No,
we are natives. We are braves. I will call you Indians. You are from India, yes? No, we don't. Where are the spices? Where are the spices? I heard all about these Indian spices.
You're in the
We
wrong
don't,
place, dude.
We have corn. Would you like some corn? I don't want corn. I want the spices from India. We're not Indians. We're not. I don't know about this India place you're talking about, bro. But
For some curry, huh?
okay, Indians, let's have a party. But the party is me killing you. Good day.
It's like, someone scalp this fool and let's move on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, moving right along. In other news. Hey guys, did you know that you can have chickens?
Yes.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Apparently, I did not know this, but apparently, you can have chickens and other livestock in the city of Chicago.
What kind
What?
of livestock other than chicken?
Well, that I'm not entirely certain, but
Okay.
let me tell you
Let's talk about
about
these
this
chickens,
story from the Chicago Tribune.
Chickens, huh?
Not yet a sponsor, but we take donations and sponsorship in many forms.
You heard that,
But
right?
here is the thing. An ordinance was introduced last month that would ban roosters from residential areas in Chicago and allow a household to keep no more than 6 hens and 2 livestock animals, defined as 4-legged farm creatures Oh, here you go. Such as pigs, sheep, and goats. So now, folks, if you're living, you cannot have no more than 2 goats, or you can have a pig and a sheep. You can have 2 pigs. You can have 2 sheep. You can have a sheep and a goat. You can have a pig and a goat, or you can have 2 goats. But you can't have more than that. I hope you followed all of that, because I didn't. Then you can have 6 hens, but no roosters. No roosters, but you can have 6 hens. Apparently nobody likes to hear roosters. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Okay, I was wondering if that was the only reason why. It wasn't like because roosters are pecking the eyes of like cats everywhere, or we're having an issue with the rooster pride. Like no, we don't want to hear your fucking rooster in the morning. So
pretty sure that's it. What if the rooster is foghorn leghorn? Can we make an exception? I'll say, a cockle-doodle-doo, everybody.
If you had a giant foghorn leghorn chicken, I'd murder that chicken in front of everyone just to be sure nothing like that ever was created again.
What if it's just a dude dressed as foghorn leghorn?
Then I feel sorry for his family after his death, because no one should ever do that.
No. How much would you have to get paid to do that type of job? All right, I want you to dress up as foghorn leghorn and show up at my
and wake me up
right before dawn.
Wake me, my wife, and my kids
and
up.
I want you to cackle. I'm sorry, you wanted to do what? How much would it take, sir? I don't even know if there's a price for that.
I could list about 15 to 20 improvisers and actors who would be on that. Like, yo, so when do you want me there? Okay, we'll set this up. We'll get this done.
I feel like somebody would totally do that.
Oh, hell yeah.
They would totally do that.
Which is so fucking weird. But all right, man. But yeah, so anyway, there's a $25 annual livestock permit that you can get from the city's health department. That's required for each household keeping any farm animals. Only single-family homes and 2 flats would be eligible. So if you're a 2-family home, you fucked. And if you're 1 flat or a 4 flat or a 3 flat, apparently you're also fucked. So you have to be in a 2 flat specifically. Otherwise, you can't have no goddamn animals. So
chickens.
No hens. No hens.
Yeah.
No hens.
So
which is a Chick-Hen.
I'm reading this one policy. I'm reading a Chick-Hen.
It's a Chick-Hen.
I'm reading this.
That's stupid.
I'm reading this one policy, and it says excessive animal noise like crowing and barking is prohibited. If your fucking chicken barks.
Okay, there's some crossbreeding going on, and
right.
There's some serious problems going on, man.
But that would fuck that kid up who was like, oh yeah, so Timmy, what does the chicken sound? Roof. No, Timmy, what's the chicken sound like? Roof, roof. Okay, Timmy. What the fuck does a chicken sound like? I don't know what your problem is, but it sounds like roof.
My chickens at home sound like this. All right.
Yeah. Well, apparently the ordinance starts from an affirmative standpoint, giving residents the ability to have a voice on whether or not they want farm animals in their communities.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't even know I could have farm animals. Technically, I live in a 2 flat, so I could have animals in the backyard, I suppose. But I'd have to check with all of my neighbors first.
Well, I wonder how this helps the food desert areas. Like, could they keep potential farm animals in their areas to produce like eggs and milk and kind of all those essential needs through those, through those animals? Like, does that kind of benefit them in a way? I doubt that this is being set up in any area that it would aid other than the people who are just like, I want a chicken. Like, I know people who have goats.
Hey, are they sharing the animals? Or
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're gonna kill this chicken. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
would you like some chicken?
I know people who have goats because they have a plot of land that instead of having someone come and cut the grass, they just let the goats go, and that works. Like, they work each other.
It sure does. I saw a cartoon like that. Goes, they just eating up all that damn grass.
Make grass look good.
I mean, if they're being very selfish about it and they're just keeping all the hens and their 2 livestock to themselves, that seems If you're not, I feel like if you're not sharing it, then fuck you, and your cackling hens.
Well, most of those, think about if you have hens that make eggs, then you sell those at some bullshit farmer's market up north, and you make that money and bring it back, and you're really not having to do too much. They're doing all the work. You're just selling the stuff.
You're just selling the product.
Yeah.
Selling the product.
Yeah, look at these people are getting off on a brand new black market of selling Chick-Hens. Oh my goodness.
Chick-Hens.
I'm gonna ride that joke for as long as it goes.
Chick-Hens.
So there's this one lady who the article in the Tribune is talking about. She goes, the reason we moved here was because of the support of urban agriculture in the city and the lack of restriction. Will this ordinance make it so that we don't want to live here anymore? I get upset about it. Really? Of all the things you could get upset about in the city, this ordinance is the one?
Yep.
Really, lady?
Woman, bye.
Holy shit, dude.
Bye.
Oh my God, people are leaving because, of high property taxes, all other taxes. They try to, put on a soda fucking tax. I mean, money going to the roads, but not to pension fund. There's a lot of reasons to be upset about living in the city and state. And your reason is because they won't let you keep a couple of roosters? Are you fucking kidding me, lady? Oh my goodness. Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. And they show a picture of her. She's got her own little coop. She's got a little coop-a-doop. Bro, I can't take this. Yo, Jesus Christ, dude. I swear to God, this makes me die. There's apparently a pro-chicken lobby in Chicago, dude. And literally, this is a direct quote from the article. He says, the pro-chicken lobby in Chicago is rallying again. Bro, if their mascot isn't Foghorn Leghorn, it's the worst chicken lobby ever, bro. I say, we will not stand for this ordinance. I say, we need more chickens. Who else am I going to fuck? I need to make more chickens. I'm Foghorn Leghorn, I say. Dude,
You
gotta be kidding me. Bro, this is not, do you not find this ridiculously hilarious?
I think it's just ridiculous.
Oh, it is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man.
Oh my God, dude. I seriously cannot believe there's a pro-chicken lobby, bro.
Well, I mean,
who's the anti-chicken lobby? Who are these people?
the anti-chicken
Bro.
lobby are the ones who are making the chicken laws
I guess
and
so.
keeping the chickens down.
But okay,
So-
but wait a minute. But
You can't be keeping chickens down,
Like,
man.
don't fuck with my coop. Me and my coop are like, no, don't fuck with my
How
coop,
you gonna
man.
keep chickens down?
in a city where chickens are on the rise, the anti-chicken lobby comes together to fight chicken injustice.
Chicken injustice.
Will Chicken Little make it out of the city? Will the chickens make it out of their coop and fly away to safety? Tune in next week. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Yo, this is hilarious, man. I can't even there's more to this article. Rather than limit urban agriculture, an alderman said he wants the ordinance to be viewed as a catalyst for a broader conversation on the future growth and sustainability of urban agriculture as a positive growth industry in the city. An industry that needs more than variances and special use privileges from bureaucrats within City Hall. That just sounds like... What is this, Charlie Brown? That just sounds like political jargon. Yo, can you have some chickens or can you not have some chickens? I think that should be that's it. Like, hey, here's a novel concept.
Okay.
Go to your neighbors
Go to your neighbors.
and say, hey,
Hey, neighbor.
hi neighbor. Hi neighbor. Ron, would you like to play this role with me real
I
quick?
want you to
Let's
look at your
play it.
neighbor and I
Here
want
we
you to
go.
say, neighbor.
I'm gonna be the guy who's trying to sell you chickens.
You're trying
and
to sell me
I'm
chickens,
gonna sell you on
so
the idea of chickens. Are you
I'm
ready?
the chicken buyer.
Okay, you're the other person in the apartment who's not who you just
Set up the scene,
You
yeah.
roll with it. Let's improv. Here
Let's
we
do
go.
it.
Okay.
Okay, and scene. Go.
Knock knock knock.
Who is it?
Hey, it's me, your neighbor,
Hey!
Justin. Hey, what's up,
neighbor,
Ron? What's up,
going
man?
on?
Hey, how are you,
I'm
dude?
doing all right.
Excellent. Hey, I have a crazy idea for you.
Okay.
I was thinking we have a lot of space in the backyard. I would like to start raising some chickens and some roosters. How do you feel about that?
Did you just say you want to raise chickens in the back?
I would love to raise, and perhaps either 2 pigs, 2 sheep, 2 goat, or a combination of those, but no more than 2 of them.
Can I get some of those chickens?
You can. I intend to breed many chickens, and you can have one for your family to feast on if you would like. Yes, and I will do all of the slaughtering.
I will love that.
And free eggs. You don't have to buy eggs from the store anymore.
I'm in.
Are you in?
I am so in.
Fantastic. I only ask for a small fee of $5,000. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you see how easy that is?
Okay,
right
wait
there?
a minute. Wait a minute.
Why is this a problem?
My idea is I have a problem with all of that. For one, you just knocked on a black man's door and offered to slaughter a bunch of livestock for a fee, and you weren't freaked out by the fact that he was whispering in your face.
Well, I guess it depends upon that kind of whispering. He wasn't doing that type of whispering.
He was doing that type of whispering. Yes, he was.
Well, I bet that's...
And you were on your chicken march, and you were just like, well, hey.
If he offered to slaughter the chickens, I might have been a little more alarmed. If he was like, hey, I'll slaughter the chickens for you. I'd be like, maybe that's a bad idea.
You know what? Maybe another neighbor I need to be talking to.
I don't know if I want you around knives,
I'm gonna
sir.
slaughter the chickens for you. Hey, Justin.
Oh, fuck a duck.
Hey.
Or a chicken.
Or a chicken.
All right. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a thing that's an actual thing. The proposed caps on hens and livestock were based on how much room the animals would need for proper care when the average city lot is only 25 by 125 square feet. So it's really about the chickens. We want them to be free-range chickens.
Okay, that sounds fair.
We want them to be raised right. Yo, man, if you're raising fucking chickens, like, do you not think the people who are raising these chickens are not going to treat their chickens better than the people who are just doing it mass production style? Come on, man. Yo, like, Jesus Christ. I mean,
you would like to think that.
Yeah, really.
I mean, you would hope that they would take better care of their, livestock, but you don't know, man. You got people that cut corners, man. You got some corner cutters around here, man. They just cutting them and shit.
Oh my god! Yo, man, we be cutting up these chickens.
Man, I'm gonna be cutting these corners so hard.
Hey, fam. Hey, man, I'm trying. Hey, man, I gotta cut these chickens up, dude. So we ain't gonna be able to really give them all that special treatment, dude. Cause we got to turn these eggs around. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't here to be giving these chickens a nice bed and a pillow. I'm trying to eat these chickens.
That's his grandpa.
That's right.
That's grandpa chicken eater.
I just want some chickens.
He loves that. Sorry, I'm not
Give me some chickens.
Got the geezer tone going on.
I just can't get it. This just sounds. This is so
I think no. It's
thing ever.
first of all, dude. Like, can you imagine
God.
going over somebody's house?
Yeah.
And instead of them having, a pet dog, it's like a pet chick.
Yeah.
Like hanging out.
I can see
know how I
that.
feel
The
about
more
I
I
can see
read
that.
this article, the more this
Not
just
up
makes
here.
me laugh.
Not
Rather
city,
than
man.
picking on the urban agricultural folks, why not address cleaning out the alleys? Said one lady, and then it goes on to say that this one lady.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
actually.
This lady's work lets me live vicariously through other people's chickens.
Okay, I can't even say. I'm done. I'm not.
Bro,
living.
I'm living vicariously through other people's
Hey,
chickens.
listen.
That is ridiculous.
Okay,
Dude.
listen.
That's
We all have short
man.
ass lives, okay? We have a limit on this earth. All right? So if this lady wants to live through a goddamn chicken, let her live through a goddamn chicken, all right?
I just want to know what it's like to pick at gravel endlessly, finding no
and not
food.
have to pay taxes and not do anything and just kind of fuck around all
just
day.
contemplate
Yeah, I'm
the
into
just have an
that.
attitude and shit. Like, do something.
Complete
Do
neck
something.
wobble, just the entire time.
Picking on people.
Oh my
Just looking
God,
for
dude.
black
I can't
cock.
believe
That's it.
Oh my god. Bro. Oh man, that was.
You're
that
looking
was
for
a
that dark
showstopper
rooster.
right there.
Looking for that dark rooster.
That's the dark.
That's-
Stay away from that dark meat. You know what I'm
That
saying? Once you
dark
go dark
rooster.
meat, you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Man, there's a lot of white hens out there.
Keep with that white meat. They'll keep you up because they're not potent enough. But you
But
give
I mean-
that dark meat, you're going to sleep right after you eat some. You know what I'm saying, bro? you going straight to sleep because you will get a workout. Yeah.
Night. Going night.
Yeah, apparently, Norm, they are also complaining about the roosters. I'm reading, the more I read about this, they're complaining about the rooster noise. And they're like,
know.
well, we'll find the rooster a new home. It's like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a rooster.
It's a
What the
rooster.
fuck do you think?
It's like, yo,
This is
man.
what it does.
That's
What's
his,
the difference?
That's his point of existence.
Right,
man.
his whole thing is to wake you up in the morning. That's his entire existence.
Imagine if you took a rooster's ability to crow and just like that. That sounds like taking away
That's
like
taking away
a
his
man's
life.
heart.
Oh my God. Excuse me, Mr. Rooster, but we can't let you crow anymore.
Hey, Hey, Rudy, come here, man. Look.
Yeah. What is it? What is it, Coach?
Hey, Rudy. We've been thinking.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to mute you.
Wait, what?
We're going to have to mute you.
Wait, what?
Yes. No more of that.
You want to stop this?
We want to stop all that.
Oh, that's some
No,
bullshit.
I know it is.
That's my entire job, man.
Hey,
you gonna take my job away from me? Man, I got kids to feed.
I'm
I
sorry.
got 5 wives at home.
Oh, we know that. We
Man,
know how you get around.
Man, they just
all up in the hen house
all day just pecking at me, and you gonna take my job away?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Man, that's fucked up.
We know it is.
Man, I'm gonna.
You're not gonna crow. No. You bet not. You bet.
No, stop me.
Gag him.
Try me.
Man,
I will peck your eyes out. Try me.
They go hit him with a gag order, man. It's over. It's over.
A gag order and a restraining order for a rooster. Boy, that'd be some fun legislation.
It's
to
over,
see.
man.
Oh my God. But yeah, apparently that's a thing. So now,
crazy.
hey everybody, you can only now have 6 hens and either 2 pigs, 2 sheep, 2 goats, or 1 pig, 1 sheep, 1 pig, 1 goat, 1 sheep, 1 goat, and that's really it.
Man, you are ready for
Don't let it be
That's
one
it.
of those households that they don't keep a clean house, man.
I just think
And
this
then you
is
got
ridiculous.
the nerve to have all these, and you just know.
This is just an example
Come on,
of
man.
people just getting into other people's business too much.
Yeah, let me have a goddamn pig and shut
Let
the
me-
fuck up
yeah,
and leave me
like-
alone.
If I breed the pigs and I feed you, I feel like you should not complain. Also, what's the difference between the rooster and a dog? A dog basically gets you up at the exact same time. The only major difference is that it's in your own home. But if you have a dog that barks,
True.
Instead of barking. Well, and to be
same
fair,
difference, motherfucker.
fucking Hey Arnold had a pig. Arnold from Hey Arnold had a pig, and he lived in the city. He was fine.
It's true.
Facts.
Little piglet.
Nickelodeon tells all.
Facts.
Little piglets. Those little piglets, they are kind of cute.
Yeah, but they don't stay that way.
It's true.
They get
grow
fat,
up
they snort, and then
they-
you want to eat it. That's basically how that goes.
Yeah.
Unless you're a vegan or a vegetarian, and then you're basically like.
Yeah, I don't know if
Against
I
that.
could eat the pig I grew from like
Can't
a
eat your
small
pet.
like I don't think I
You
do that.
can't eat your pet. That's
Like
why
I'll be
they-
honest. That's
Don't
why I can't
name
do
it.
chicken.
That's why,
Just
exactly.
don't name it.
That's
That's why I
Don't
can't do
name
chicken.
the-
Just like you look here,
You
pig.
Yeah, that's his name.
can't name them.
You've already had that emotional connection. Once that pig comes in and like rubs its little nose on your face, and like, fuck off, I'm gonna eat you later. Like, and you're just like, I can't
could
do
not
this.
do it, man. I couldn't do it, man. Them little poor animals, man.
You're
I'm
right.
looking at them.
Well, now you can't because
Yeah.
you can only have 2 of them
True.
with the new ordinance.
Ain't no chicken in my
there you
house.
go.
Yeah, true.
Ain't no chicken.
Just goes to show you the silly, ridiculous shit that happens in this fucking
ridiculous.
city.
It's a lot of
That's
shit.
why we
We're-
love it.
We're arguing over how many hens, and I didn't even know this was a thing until I read this article.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could have this shit, but apparently it's a thing.
Yeah, we
and
got
now
chickens
it's
in
being
the neighborhood.
limited.
Damn shit.
But the taxes are going up, so there you go. Go figure in
I
Chicago.
swear, dude. Like for real.
Hey,
I
if
mean,
it gets
that's
bad, we can eat them.
That's true.
Like if it gets real bad,
Yeah, but
Eat them chickens.
But we don't own any chickens, man. We go going like.
All right,
I-
so with Chicago 60 is going to purchase a bunch of hens and chickens. And
Next-
we're gonna start
yep.
our
Hey,
own
next
farm.
week,
Next
man,
company.
y'all
And
go
we're gonna
see
see
some
what
shit. Hey,
happens.
do not be alarmed. You see
2020.
chickens kind of like cutting through the screen.
like
and
God
everything.
damn it,
Just-
Abner, get out of the way.
Abner. Love that.
Oh, what a great name.
You know
All right,
what?
wait.
We have to have a pet Abner here next week. Tune in to next week's podcast.
Yep.
And you will
And
get
we'll
a chance to
Get
meet
us a pig.
Abner.
That's right. Please donate a pig. All right, well, moving right along.
Y'all better stop
In-
that shit, man, because we fuck around and somebody leave us.
So
a
we'll
pig.
leave us a
real
pig.
And we're gonna have to take care
Just
of his
to
ass.
fuck it. I was like, oh, man.
After we take a
Shit.
picture, go, what the fuck was
What
this
the
for?
fuck?
We
And
give,
then
we,
we'll
give, we give
okay.
Abner to an orphanage.
So we're doing a giveaway.
We can cancel this shit. They cancel us for giving away Abner.
Before we get started, we're already creating animal rights violations. All right. Well, moving right along in other news. Hey, guys.
Hey,
Do you like markets?
Yes.
Do you like the name Fulton?
Well,
I see where this is going.
That's right. Fulton Market is ranked top 20 as best streets in all of North America. Yay!
The funny thing is, I bet there's a lot of people that live in Chicago that doesn't even know Fulton Market, the street, at all.
Yeah, like people are like, "Where's that? Where is that? Fulton Market?" And it's like West Loop. Where's that? The Loop, but west of it.
west of it.
People are dumb. yeah, I love the West Loop.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I'm
but
cool with it. Hey, it's some
We should
good,
explore there.
it's some good stuff. Fulton Market, it's like a barbecue joint over there.
Yeah. The Pelican?
Green Street Meats.
Oh, no.
Boom.
Green Street Meats,
There
bro.
you go.
Never
Yeah.
been to Green Street.
And it's
Always wanted to.
Uh,
Never been.
It's really
It's some good stuff.
Pelican's dope, though, but yeah, never been to
Pelican's
Green
good.
Street.
Pelican's dope.
Everywhere around there, it's just a good,
It's really good food over there.
neighborhood
Yeah,
area
it
in
is.
general. But Fulton Market specifically has got all. Well, they closed down the mid, so anybody who was into house music, that's closed.
Excuse me.
So you have to go elsewhere for that. But I mean, they've got all kinds of crazy good restaurants and everything else, and you know, there's a lot of cool things there. All kinds of. They've got like the one place I forget what it's called. The Punch Bowl or some shit. I can't remember what it's called, but they got all
shit.
kinds of games and shit up in there.
So-
It's
So-
just a cool area.
So, correction, I called it the Pelican. I always call it the Pelican. It's actually the Publican.
The Publican.
Yeah.
I knew the Pelican sounded
But
weird.
dude, so the Aviary is like in
Right.
that area too.
Aviary, yep.
Aviary, yeah, and that's fuck. I've never been, but I've wanted to go. It's
I've been in the office, which is the secret place. in
Oh,
the
yeah.
aviary.
okay.
That place is dope.
Yeah, because so the
You need a
Aviary
code
is
to get in
connected with famous chef from Chicago. I'm gonna butcher his name, so I'm not
Which
gonna say
one?
it. But he created, Alinea.
Right, Alinea.
Yeah, and so he's connected with the Aviary, which is more drinks based.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's like the cocktail version
Yeah,
of
of
Alinea.
Alinea. And so I've been to
Yeah.
Alinea.
Shout out to Joe Leolos, who worked at both of those places and then left because he's like, "Fuck this shit." This
Yeah,
shit's
they
crazy.
ask a lot of you.
It's not easy to work in those
It's
places.
not.
They demand a high quality, and I heard that a girl like broke a plate by accident, and it was like a $2,000 plate. And they
Yeah,
found it on the spot.
yeah.
And it's just like, holy fuck,
$2,000 plate.
$2,000 plate.
Yeah, she got popped.
Because
She
they don't
she
serve.
gone.
She gone.
They don't serve it to you on normal shit. It's like a shell that's been gifted to them by the Galapagos.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's out of there, man.
Well, anyway, this the top 20 comes from this Cushman and Wakefield report. It's some sort of a.
Cushman and
I mean,
Wakefield.
if
Sounds
anything
about right.
sounds
Cushman and
like-
Wakefield.
Sounds
If
about right.
anything sounds white, it's the names Cushman and Wakefield.
Well, I mean,
Fucking believe it.
holy cripes.
That sounds
it's a
about right.
management
Oh,
company.
man.
It's like one of the top management companies in the
Yeah.
ever in
Yeah,
Chicago.
so I don't know. It's a report that came out from these people, and they did all kinds of neighborhoods in like Portland, Austin, Denver, etc., Boise, Los Angeles, yada yada yada. And so Fulton Market came out in the top 20. We don't know where exactly in the top 20. The report. We have to read the report. You know what? Let me pull up the link. And
Was
see if
there
I can
any?
find
Yeah.
it.
See if you can find. Was there any more streets?
I think only.
That's kind of.
Oh, of course, it takes you to their website.
Fulton
Yeah, so-
Market, like
Fuck
that's.
you.
So okay, so I gotta judge this this website or this article because it's from I didn't know it was from Cushman Wakefield. Cushman Wakefield is a commercial real estate company based in Chicago.
Of course, it is.
So for it to be like, oh yeah, Fulton Market though,
Hey,
we
that's
got
what
some
they-
nice ass buildings down at
That's what.
Fulton
Yeah,
Market.
man. And they eat for free over there.
Right.
and Shit, man. That's where they go for lunch.
Hey, so that's how this shit runs in Chicago, man. Like,
Some Chicago
hey,
shit. Thanks,
so
Norm. That
we're-
sounds like some Chicago shit.
So we're about to come out with a report. So if you give us food,
For life.
and they just emphasize the food.
Well-
was there another word you were gonna
We'll make it
put on
worthwhile
there?
for
Or
you.
was there something before the food that you wanted to say? No, we're just looking for fruit. Fruit. Food. Are you trying to say free food? I didn't say it.
That's not what I said at all.
I didn't say that.
I-
You said that.
you said
You
that.
said that.
Free food?
You said that. But hey, guess what? For the free food, we'll put you in the report. And that's how they did that. You
Sounds like a
sneaky
done deal.
bastards at
Right.
Cushman and Wakefield.
Sound like a done deal.
Damn.
Oh
That's a
my
dummy right
god,
there, man.
dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Good for Fulton
Yeah.
Market. One of my favorite places, one of my old bosses, was a part owner in Fulton Market Kitchen, another great restaurant out there, delicious. One of their rooms looks like a Game of Thrones rooms. Is rated like one of the top 5 rooms in any restaurant in the whole like country. I don't know where it ranks now, but like a few years ago it was. I mean, that's a great place. Amazing cocktails. It is a fun place. It's not cheap. It's definitely pricey, but it's definitely a cool area to go hang out in the neighborhood. I mean, West Loop is right there. One of my favorite bars. Lone Wolf. We're gonna be doing stuff in all these places, but
shout out
I
to
mean, it's a great area.
Yeah, I used to
Fun
work in that
nightlife.
area. I used to work in I used to work at a pet boutique called Wigglyville, and they have a location down in the West Loop.
Was that name Wigglyville?
Yeah, Wigglyville. It's pretty dope. Shout out to them because they're also my landlords. So shout out to them because they have a place down in the West Loop. Yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Wigglyville.
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 I know, right? You can't say that shit fast.
It's a funny thing to say, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so anyway, congratulations to Fulton Market.
Congratulations
for
Fulton
getting
Market.
into the top 20 for all. I mean, they did look at other places, but I felt like they were like, how funny would it be if they were just like, man, we live here, but all these other places are so goddamn dope. We got to put something in here from our own goddamn city. Shit.
All right, fuck it.
All right, you know what? You know what? I take it back, Cushman and Wakefield. Good for you guys representing
Fulton
Chicago.
Market.
I love it, but no, it is worthy. It's a fun area. So we will post that article so y'all can see that. But it's good to rep some Chicago pride when we can, and it's a cool, fun little place, cool, fun street, cool, fun area because you got all like the old manufacturing and like meat packing places that turned into all these cool restaurants and shit. It's just got a really cool vibe to it. So if you haven't been to Fulton Market District, you got to get out there. Pretty much just pick a restaurant on the street. It's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. It doesn't really matter where you go. You're gonna be fine. So
Hey, you eating in Chicago, so every place you go is great.
that is correct. Also correct.
That is a bold-faced lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That is a bold-faced
I'm up here lying.
But anyway, congrats to Fulton Market District. Go check it out. We will be there. We'll be doing videos from there. I've already posted a bunch of stuff when I've been out there. I go down there as often as I can. So look out for more of that from us. We'll do some funny videos from there. We'll have to pick some places and go do it. There's
sounds
plenty
fun.
of good places.
Absolutely. You know, we all love to eat, and we all love to talk shit.
I think this must spur a which restaurant in Fulton Market District is the best.
Now
so
you're
I feel
talking.
like
Now
that
you're talking.
video's coming in 2020.
Now you're talking.
So
Yep.
what's the...
Looks like we'll be hanging out in Fulton Market.
Yeah, it looks like it. And then all of our cash, all of our disposable income will go out the window. Anywho's. Moving right along in other news. Norm, you had an interesting article that you sent over and we're talking about. Apparently there's some shit going down in Calumet Heights with this Walgreens. What the fuck is going on with that, dude?
Yeah, so looks like Walgreens is closing down about I think it was 1,000 stores all over the U.S. And I think specifically they were saying that price-wise they weren't able to afford to keep these stores open. And so I know specifically one of them that they're closing down is near my area, is Diversity and Clark. They're closing down this beautiful 2-story Walgreens that got a lot of fucking people in it, but they're like, hey, we got to shut down some stores because we can't keep this, we can't work on this money. And the excuse me, the pharmacies are like, hey, listen, like the fucking Medicare and shit, the Medicaid, we can't afford this. They're not paying us back for all this stuff that we're giving out. And so they're shutting down this one Walgreens in near the Southside area. And they're all like, hey, listen, here's the thing. We need this Walgreens because we get all of our pharmacy stuff, our pharmaceuticals, the things that we need to survive. We get those things from this store, and you're shutting it down. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. We can't afford to be open. They did a town hall. They did a full open town hall to kind of let everyone say their piece, say what they needed to say. And they're like, we can't afford it. We can't pay it. And they're like, no, you shut the fuck up for a second. Y'all knew for 4 months that you were planning on closing this store and didn't alert us to that fact. Didn't give us an opportunity to find a new pharmacy, find a new way to get the things that we need. Y'all knew ahead of time, and we don't need your fucking knickknacks and your paddywhacks and your give a dog bones. We don't need your all that small.
I knew you were gonna say that.
We don't need all your small shit. We need our pharmacy. And you can't just close that without us giving us an opportunity to find a better way or to find an option. And so they went in on Walgreens, but Walgreens also doesn't give a shit. Like
No, 'cause they're
Walgreens
Walgreens.
is, yeah, exactly. And so they don't care, but it's a big fucking deal because it's another company running at, and they're not just running out of the South Side. They're taking a bunch of stores, but we have 2 in our area, so it's not like it's gonna hurt us.
Right.
Well, what about the places who don't?
Right.
That's so whack.
Where do you get your drugs now? Well, if you wait until January 1st, 2020, weed will be a lot easier to come by.
Well, yeah, they better get weed,
But
But they can get weed now.
We're talking about
Yeah, like talking about legit shit.
We're not joking around.
We're talking
here.
real scripts here.
We're talking real stuff.
That's not fair. Like you said, Norm, you said it's more than one in your area, but they choose to take the one out of the South Side. That's just so fitting. That's not right. And those people have every right to be pissed off and up in arms and get behind each other and try to support and see what they can do. But yeah, Walgreens is a big conglomerate and they can do what they want to do, but that's not right. So what are these people supposed to do?
They can't do anything. And the funny thing is, reading the article.
Oh,
is
excuse
that,
me, 200 stores. Excuse me, 200 stores, not 1,000.
Right, 200 stores.
Yeah.
But
That's a lot of
what's really
stores.
funny is that they basically just did this whole meeting just to let people bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Because literally the 2 representatives from Walgreens are like, well, the decision's final. Or not. Like, this isn't an opportunity for you to change your minds.
Not a thing.
We're just gonna let you vent. And we're the 2 people that unfortunately drew the short straws. So
They're not even the people that made the decision.
No.
They're probably actually like, we can actually lead this.
And
one.
if you see the
They're like,
picture,
okay, well, you 2 go and listen to them, bitch.
if
my
you
guess is that they did a lot of prescription drugs before that town
I
hall
mean,
meeting.
but if you see the picture, it's a black female and a white male. They tried to get that spectrum so hard. They're like, we need a black female to make them like, right.
You
for
know
the
that
slaughter.
white guy
They go
did
with a
not
black
talk a lot at all.
female.
Not at all.
Because he looks like look at this guy's a
Like,
goofy looking motherfucker, bald with
Steven
glasses.
Peterson.
He's got his. That just sounds so white.
Yeah.
She looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
she
picture.
looks- she's
she
having
does
a
not
hard
look
time.
Comfortable in that photo at all.
The original quote was, we've made it very clear that the pharmacy was our most important thing. We don't want your little dilly dally candy. We need our medicine. And that's straight up truth. Like it's like we don't need your other
Facts.
shit. We need your fucking. But I wonder, would local pharmacy step up? Would like a local pharmacy come in and go, no, listen, we got you. Walgreens won't have you, but we have you. That's the time where our local businesses need to come out of the woodwork and be like, no, listen, Chicago, we got you. Fuck them. This is the reason why we can't have these big businesses everywhere, and we got to really work on our local game.
Support your local mom and pop stores.
That's a shame.
Where you can.
And then on top of that, the Walgreens is obviously convenient. People can walk to it. So you take that away. It's bad enough that a lot of places on the South Side, they don't have, they don't have the stores, the grocery stores or the supermarkets to get fresh food or fresh goods. It's like, it's a drought in that regard. So now you're going to have another drought for people. And my people, man, we got high blood pressure and everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? So what are these people going to do?
Well,
they don't have, they probably
They're
don't
going
have a
to
car.
have to drive.
But okay, that's
Or
what I was-
take public
that's
transportation
what I'm just saying.
to places
So
way beyond their
Everyone-
what should be required of them to
everyone
do
doesn't
to
have a
get to
car,
infinity.
access to a car.
Or Amazon. And just Amazon it. Everybody gets. Maybe this is a grand scheme to get more
Wow.
business to Amazon.
Wow, Amazon.
Does Amazon do drugs?
I will say they're planning on boycotting Walgreens, even though the Walgreens will no longer be there.
know,
They're
right?
planning on boycotting it.
It's
And,
like-
That's kind of a
And
That's
I-
kind of ridiculous.
but-
kind of a
but I think they're more asking for other people to boycott it on their behalf, which I'm kind of okay. Like, and it kind of doesn't affect me because, I don't need to go into Walgreens anyway. It's convenience, as you said. It's not really necessary. So boycotting it for me is easy. But could we, by boycott, they're already kind of in the hole since they're closing 200 stores. Would boycotting them go, okay, listen, so we need to fix this. Can we put up one store in the area, just a pharmacy? Like, can we just put up a pharmacy?
Can't y'all just leave a pharmacy? It'd be a Walgreens pharmacy then.
like just be a small storefront
Because
pharmacy.
they said they don't want your
And that's it.
dilly-dally ass
No.
candy and shit. So get them a pharmacy. You know you're going to make money off that because that's all they need. And keep your damn candy.
But to be honest, they get in there and say, y'all need some candy up in this bitch.
Hey,
All of a
y'all
sudden,
better.
the regular Walgreens just comes back to
It just
life.
comes back. It's just.
Because people are just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, you got, like, people will come up for the, they'll just
I need some
Walgreens.
milk.
Hey.
We need some milk in this motherfucker. And you know, for that person that go in there and buy
Just
eggs,
here for prescription
go buy
drugs.
eggs. And
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
any
yeah.
of that
Lunchables?
jerky?
Yeah,
I
Lunchables.
could
It's
use that
Lunchables.
jerky.
Lunchables.
It's Lunchables up in there and
Yeah,
shit.
it's Lunchables.
But you know that someone be outside be like, listen, I'll be at Walgreens. Okay, I got Lunchables. I got Slim Jims. Oh, hold on. On this side, I got milk.
I got your bottle of water.
Snap it to
I
a
got
Slim
milk. Just gallons
Like,
of milk.
I got
right here
milk for you. Don't worry about me.
In this
What's
coat.
the expiration date? Don't worry about that.
Don't worry, but don't look at that.
You
No
know
one
That
reads
shit
the
don't
date
mean
anyway.
nothing. You
It's
know that.
milk.
You know the expiration date don't mean nothing anyway.
That's
If you're
right.
chewing the milk, it ain't good. All right, don't worry about that.
It ain't chewy yet.
Oh my god.
It's called
Well,
curds
anyway.
and whey, my friend. It's called curds and whey.
Curds and whey. Look, hey, it could be milk, or if you need it to be, it could be cottage cheese. Whichever way you want it to go, baby. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Well, that sucks for all of them.
Chunky.
The South Side, everybody gets screwed in the South Side. Par for the course, I suppose.
So
So
boycott your
courtesy-
Walgreens.
Courtesy of Walgreens.
If you feel like it, boycott your
Go to
Walgreens on behalf.
CVS. That's
Yeah.
where
Thanks.
it'll hit them in the
Thanks,
in the
Walgreens.
pants. And then the problem is everybody will go to CVS, and then Walgreens will like, well, we gotta close more stores.
Listen, but CVS will be like, we'll open up anywhere.
We'll
Don't
open
worry
up
about
stores
us.
anywhere now.
We already look like we shit, so we'll open up anywhere.
Hey man, there's so many 24 hours CVS stores. Yeah, they probably would throw some up.
But why do they always have this like amber lighting and they always kind of look dirty, but they always have like a random ass security guard in front?
Hey,
And that person don't look like a security guard.
Definitely got a point, man. CVS's do look dirty.
Like they look dirty as
Like
shit.
grimy as hell. It's like the grimy convenience store.
Yeah, I mean it's probably clean as shit, but there's just something about it when you go in and you go,
It's the one I know. The one in Chicago. That motherfucker is grimy, dog. I've been up in there many times. Grimy.
It's grimy.
Grimy.
And with that, moving right along in Otter News. One more quick thing before we get into our favorite segment of the podcast, but I wanted to just share very briefly a quick review. All right, so let's do a review. So, this past weekend, I went with a buddy and I saw a play at the Goodman Theater.
ooh, fancy.
The Goodman Theater.
Ooh, fancy.
On, I believe, Clark Street. It is
Yeah.
called Bernhardt and Hamlet. Bernhardt/Hamlet. Bernhardt Hamlet. Okay? Basically, here's the premise of the story without ruining it. It's only running through October, so you probably can't go see it. So this is probably a waste of a review. But I'm going to do it anyway, because fuck it. And if you have an extra week and you want to go do something, you should go see this play immediately before it's done. But here's the deal. This play is basically about Sarah Bernhardt, who was a very famous actress in the early 1900s. And the play is basically about her trying to play Hamlet in the Shakespearean play Hamlet. And... and for,
Really? What play was that?
it's called
Hamlet.
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 just like the Chick-Hens, this one's Hamlet.
Nice.
But there were no Chick-Hens to be found in this version of Hamlet.
And no chickens were hurt
They didn't let any hams. They didn't have any chickens.
No pigs.
Because there were too many ordinances.
Oh my god.
All right. So the review. So it's basically about this lady, Sarah Bernhardt, and she's wanting to play Hamlet. And all the guys are like, no, you cannot play Hamlet. And she's like, yes, I can. And they're like, no, you can't. Yes, I can. And that's basically the whole play. Until the second act, and then just like random other shit happens. And basically it ends where her love interest has written a play, and then they kind of do it, but it's not the way that it was originally intended. I'm not going to ruin it for you. You should go see it. It is worth however much the ticket is. I don't know how much it is because I didn't pay for it. I went for free because my buddy had an extra ticket. But the Goodman usually has very, very good plays. This one, though, I found a bit interesting. I need to do a little bit more reading on the history of this lady. But in terms of an actual story, and as the three gentlemen here sitting are storytellers, and we're writing short films, and we're going to be bringing you stories and films and things that we're producing, I have to say, from being a storyteller and being a writer, I don't know if I was a huge fan of this story, guys. I know you two gentlemen haven't seen it, so it's lacking a little context, but based on like the actual storytelling, let me just say that I would have preferred to see her actually interact with people who are doubting her more and see her like struggle with the actual trying to play the role of Hamlet. And then it would have been fun to see her toil and turmoil and struggle dealing with all of the negativity around her, putting into her a sense and like state of psychosis that Hamlet ends up going through throughout the actual play of Hamlet. And then it would have been, I feel like that would have been a much better thing, but we pretty much just hear people in this play telling her that it's bad, and she just like hears like, oh yes, I know it's bad, I shouldn't be playing Hamlet, why shouldn't I be playing Hamlet? I'm just like, why can't we see? Here's a story trick or tip. If you're trying to write stories, don't tell the audience things are happening. Show us that they're happening. It makes it a lot better. And I felt like this ended up just being like a love interest piece. And then what's fucked up is that it had a lot of feminist undertones to it. Obviously, like a woman playing Hamlet,
Right.
etc.
Yeah.
But then it ended up being to the point where like her love interest became more of the focal point, where it was like, oh, well, I wrote this play and it's for you, but now you've tormented me by trying to rewrite Shakespeare and rewrite Hamlet for you. And it's just like, and also, you know, basically the first act ends where she's basically giving up on even trying to do it, where she's basically asking this guy to rewrite it for her. And I'm like, this just seems lame. Like, why can't we see you struggle trying to actually perform this thing, or like cope with the idea of trying to portray this thing that's so foreign and so difficult of a role to do?
Well,
Why do we have to? Why is this love interest that important? I don't get it. It was interesting.
Isn't things happening off stage more Shakespearean? Like this story in the background, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, all this stuff happening off stage, and then someone running on and saying, "Well, these are the things that happened that you didn't see," tra la la la, and then kind of continuing from that point on.
Yeah, and that's maybe, but I just feel like
You wanted
I mean,
more.
okay,
Yeah.
granted. I mean, it's a theater, and they can only there's only like so much set production they can have.
Yeah.
So I get it, but also like, it just makes for it. I just didn't. It just seemed like the story could have been better if we could have at least seen, like, for example, like 2 characters are mentioned in the beginning, like they're briefly mentioned, and then in the second act they just show up, and you're just like, oh. And I just felt like it's like, oh, these people showed up at this particular time because the story needed for them to show up, because that's a thing, instead of like them coming about honestly. Like they weren't even. It wasn't even mentioned that they would be arriving or anything. It's just like they just end up
It
showing
was just
up.
a mention of them. And
Yeah,
then they pop
in
up.
order to move the story along so that we could get to the end, versus it being like an actual thing that would be relevant. And like just the narrative of the thing didn't really ever come to anything. It's just like it's just continued to be like, oh, you shouldn't play Hamlet, you're a woman. Oh, you shouldn't play Hamlet, you're a woman. She's like, yes, I know, but I'm doing it anyway. And it's just like, well, why can't we see you? Like, and every single time, here's the other thing that really upset me. Every single time the play got to a moment where it was like, oh, okay, we're getting somewhere, then something random would happen that would completely take you off the topic. And I was like, God damn it, we were just getting to something. Like the guy who's doing the poster for the play, he starts talking about women and them being flowers because she's an aging actress and she's always been kind of thought about for her beauty. And he's like, yes, but women are, and he does an accent because he's supposed to be Spanish. Women are so beautiful, but they are like flowers. But what if they are more than flowers? And then what did that mean? That we should be looking at things differently, but they're also so delicate and gentle. And he's like going into all this stuff, and I'm like, here we go. This is getting to the crux of what this should be about. And then all of a sudden, the guy who plays the lover and just like, I can't write this play. And I'm like, you didn't even. What the fuck, dude? You didn't even make a comment on anything. This motherfucker had a great monologue, and the next line is you're talking about your goddamn play. You didn't even acknowledge anything this motherfucker just said.
Exactly.
I hate that.
But that's real.
Is it?
It is because so
Two
before
scholarly gentlemen not having a conversation about something that's philosophical?
maybe that guy wasn't paying attention.
That's probably what it was.
I will
Just
say
pissed me
though,
off,
I'm just looking at Wikipedia and she's pretty fucking cool. Like
Yeah, she's a
she
cool lady.
she studied her scripts in a coffin. Like
She did that.
there's a
Which
picture
I
of her
mentioned in the
just
play.
laying in a fucking coffin, just and she did a lot of shit. Like she was busy.
She was one of the
Like,
best
lady
actresses
was
of her time.
busy.
Not ever. For what she did.
Yeah, lady was busy.
Yeah, she was a busy lady.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I mean, it was still enjoyable. It was, in terms of what a play should do and whatever, it was thought-provoking. It did make me think. It did make me, at least.
You said it did make you think?
It did. It got better in the second act overall than in the first act. There were things I didn't like, so it made me think as like a writer and as even as an actor, because there were some moments, even the acting-wise, where they had, and you'll know this, Ron, where they're like, kind of like filler lines or like transitory lines that kind of happen, and you're kind of like, how do I say these lines? And it just felt the way they said them, it just seemed like, oh, it's a line you're saying to get to the next line. Like there was a transition line where the woman who plays Ophelia in Hamlet is leaving, and then the main actress is like, is it so wrong? Like she just says it overly dramatic. I don't know. I wouldn't have delivered it the same way. Of course, everybody delivers lines differently as an actor. Choices. But there were just certain things I was like, Overall, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it for the most part. It made me think, which is what a play should do.
That's what I was gonna say.
So I would recommend it.
It made you think, so that's good.
I give it 3 stars.
That's good.
I give it
Out
3.
of the Chicago 4.
Out of a Chicago 4, I'll give it a 3.
That's really good. Then I mean,
It's worth seeing.
Then that's a good show. You just said
Yep.
you said it made you think. It's a good show. You gave it 3 stars.
But I mean, there wasn't anything that was bad about it that it was undeserving of at least 3. Like I didn't hate being there, which would give it less than 2.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get 3.5 or 4. It gets 3 because it was a solid show that made me think, but it wasn't anything like spectacular where I was like, oh, like I wouldn't go back and see it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I saw it. Is how I feel about it.
That's all you can take from that.
Yeah.
It'd be different if you was like, oh my God, I wish I did not see that movie, and I would never go back. So that's
So
you're not gonna love everything, but
No.
you know, the fact that you went and saw some theater last week. Look at this guy.
We need to do more of that.
Look
the
at
3
this
of us.
culture, dude.
That's part of what
I'm
the show is, to do reviews like this and tell you about stuff.
Actually, I'm going to see a show Saturday.
Okay, well then you're gonna review it on Monday.
Absolutely.
Next week on the podcast, you'll get a review from Ron.
Yeah.
For what he sees.
Yeah, too bad my show is over. I did a show and it's done, so I can't really review anything.
We don't review our own shows.
No.
Only shows we see. Like once we all see the Joker, we'll probably do a review of the Joker, because by that time everybody has hopefully seen it. But I haven't seen it yet, so we can't do it yet.
All right, so one more fun fact on Miss Bernhardt. Later on in life, she had her leg amputated and still was fucking acting. Like her final years, like one of her last shows, for her curtain call, she stood on balancing on one leg and gesturing with one arm.
Beast mode.
Right?
Beast mode.
So you can't even you can't teach that.
No, you can't teach that. That's just devotion for the art right
Yep.
there. Well, anyway, again, go to the Goodman Theater. It is a wonderful theater. It has a few stages. They always put on excellent plays. If you like traditional theater plays, they don't do musicals, but if you like plays, there's some of their plays have music, but they're plays. They're not really musicals. So if you like theater, if you like plays, go to the Goodman. They always put on good shows.
Yeah.
That whole area also has a lot of great musical theaters around there. But you should definitely go check out the Goodman. The Goodman is #Chicago60 approved, 100%.
Okay.
And Bernhardt Hamlet gets 3 out of 4 stars. That's 3 out of 4 stars from the Chicago60.
That's good.
So there you go. Go check that play out. You got about 2 weeks. So go
Plenty
buy
of
it. Go
time.
see it this weekend.
Plenty
if you're
of
listening,
time.
go see it.
Plenty of time.
So
And we get a little last minute plug for Artistic Home. I'm going to go there next Saturday to see Vanya on the Plains. I think they have 2 weeks left. No, actually, I'm going on the 26th because I want to see Kathy in that show. So they got 2 weeks left. Artistic Home, Vanya on the Plains. And actually, this is their last show because they're moving to a new location. I can't wait.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Where they moving to, dude?
Logan. They're moving into
Really?
Logan Square, so
I'm down for
I
that.
cannot wait. New studio, classes, theater, all of that stuff.
Nice.
I can't wait to go see the new spot. But so I'll be there and I will be giving my review on Monday.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to Ron's review of that show. So Goodman Theater, hashtag Chicago 60 approved. Artistic Home, hashtag Chicago 60 approved.
Absolutely.
Go support your local theaters.
Do that.
Go see live theater. It is better than sitting on your couch and watching movies from Hollywood that nowadays mostly suck. So
Because all they do is remakes.
that's right. And at this point, it's all remakes. So go support your local theaters.
Yeah.
Goodman Theater, Artistic Home. Check it out. Now, gentlemen, with that, it is time for our favorite segment of the podcast of all time. It is the time.
Today's going to be funny, too.
It's time for the
Jagoff
Jagoff of the Week.
Yes.
All right. This week's Jagoff is none other than Chicago Police
Shame.
Superintendent and Chief Police Officer Eddie Johnson, who a few nights ago was found in his car, had a few 2, 3, 4, 5 beers, sitting in his driver's seat.
Come on, man.
Passed out, drunk
Come on, Eddie.
in his car, and now Mayor Light of Foot Lori has to deal with that amongst the fucking CPS school strike. I mean, dude, what are you doing? Like, look, we always like to let loose, and I'm sure you've had a hell of a year, but bro, you're the fucking head of police. You have drinks. You keep your ass in your house. You don't go and drive, bro. If he had been any other black man, dude, he would have been fucked hardcore.
Come on, Eddie.
And then again in prison. Like, he would have been fucked all the way. Like, you can't do that, dude. Like, the only reason why he got away with it is because he's the superintendent chief of police.
Top cop.
Top cop. You know those cops who pulled him over are just like, oh, shit.
Like, tap, tap, tap.
They was like,
Wait,
oh,
is that
so
boss?
You know what? Hey,
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
it's not what. Hey,
Henry,
how
wake him
you
up.
want to play this, boss?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I'm not even here.
Because they said, hey, Henry, wake him up. No, man, I ain't waking his ass up. No,
Yeah,
no,
dude.
I got to, no.
I got a wife and kids.
Like,
at
man,
home.
I want to keep
Listen,
this
rookie,
job.
this is your job. Bro, I don't feel comfortable. Do it, rookie.
Man, this is not happening. I ain't waking. Oh, shit, he's awake. Oh, act like you're doing
hey.
something.
Turn your body cam off.
No,
Just checking for stars.
I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
Nice.
Men in Black.
No, but I don't know if I read in the article, but did they put him to tax? Did they like, hey, you got to walk the line, man. You got to.
Oh man, he came out with so many excuses. He's like, "Oh, I'm on new medication," and Lori Lightfoot's like, "I believe him." And it's like,
no.
what else is she gonna say?
No, so the
Come
officers
on.
allowed him to drive home and did not administer a breathalyzer or field
course.
sobriety
He's
test.
the chief of police. They were like, "Let's just tail him home and make sure he gets home safe." That's what happened.
I mean, but they should have said that. I don't see anything that says that that's what they did. They could have drove him home and then came
the
up
best
and
thing,
picked
the
his
best
car
thing
up.
that police are known to do is to omit certain facts.
Yeah, true.
So they omitted facts
they go look
that did
after
not
you.
need to be stated.
They go look after each other too, man. You better
Yep.
believe that.
Particularly your
Fraternity.
head guy.
Fraternity,
But
man.
what is Lori Lightfoot got to be thinking? She's like,
Oh,
dude.
she's like, God, man.
dude,
she's
are
like,
you kidding me
First
right now,
Jesse,
dude?
then this.
Yeah, first
Fucking
Jesse,
kidding me.
Juicy
Juice,
Smollier.
and you were attacking him. Now you want to do this?
One thing about Juicy Smollier is that not only is he French, but he is black and gay.
It's like, man,
Dave Chappelle,
man, we
bro.
were on the up and up,
Hilarious.
okay?
Yeah.
We were just getting the roll going, and then what the fuck do you come and do in
Come
my
out, dude.
house?
Bro, do you realize I have teachers up my ass?
Right?
Normally I like teachers up my ass, but not in this particular
Like,
way.
you were fucking me over right now.
I know that was. Ron's just like, oh, dude.
So that was a good one. Though.
She's a happily, I believe, married woman.
She's
I'm just
married,
kidding.
but she might have
But
had
that was kind of funny.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That was funny.
But yeah,
she's got a lot going on right now, man.
she does.
Top cop, got to go to AA and shit.
Dude, this is just a perfect example of this.
Strike. Oh, Chicago, dude. This is Chicago, man.
It's like, are any of us really surprised by this, though?
Nope.
We're just like, okay.
Not at all, man. I wasn't. When I read the article about EJ, I just was like,
EJ fly.
right,
He be flying on that alcohol.
I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised.
Like,
You're a little surprised?
I am.
No, you're a transplant.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just as fucking chief of police, as a superintendent, I already think of ways of getting out of stuff. So I immediately go, oh no, I'm fucked up. Let me go get a lift. Like
who the
I could
fuck
call
did not
someone.
cut him off?
Right.
Who was that bartender?
They're like, keep drinking. I want to hear your story.
He's like, come on, man.
Direct quote from the article. When asked if the superintendent should have been driving after drinking at dinner,
Here we go.
Lightfoot responded, well, I can't say that, and I don't think you can say that, but no matter what, I think we've got to let the investigation play itself out. What? The answer is no, he shouldn't have been driving drunk. Nobody should be driving drunk. That was a mistake that he made. But we're going to let him have a pass because he had to deal with the Jussie Smollett thing, so we're going to give him a break.
Like, I just imagine him going, like, calling 911 and go, yeah, operator, I'm drunk as fuck. And I need Henry or Clark to come and pick me up.
Bro.
911, she's like,
Bro,
Wait, is that Boston?
Bro, no, dude. He called up dispatch. He's like, hey, Kelly, hello? Kelly, it's EJ.
Yeah,
Oh,
hey.
shit. Mr. Superintendent, what can I do?
Hey.
Kelly, can you send some boys over? I'm drunk as fuck, Kelly.
I mean-
right away.
I mean, there's
Should
a
you have
crime.
called us?
There's a crime, and I need someone to come up and check some stuff out.
I think.
damn, Eddie, was you like that, Eddie?
Those were the fastest response units ever.
Ever.
I'm just surprised they let him. I'm surprised they let him drive home, even because he was like, "Oh no, I'm fine. I just mixed my meds with some alcohol. It's old meds. I'm okay." And they were like, "But your mind will go, hey, boss."
Is he saying what Tiger said? He got pulled
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
And
They ragged him.
pain meds and everything
Yeah.
else. Yeah, hey, look.
I mean, he said he pulled over and parked his vehicle near his home after he was feeling lightheaded because of the mixture of alcohol and his new medication. But, bro, why are you drinking so much? What's going on? Are you having fun, or are you trying to drink away some issues?
But
stressful
hey,
life.
meds and
goddamn
alcohol
teachers.
don't mix.
Meds and alcohol don't mix.
So they may make you loopy.
But
So,
you're a grown ass man.
but at that
Deal
point,
with it.
You're an adult. You're an adult,
yeah,
and you're the superintendent.
true that.
Chicago.
True that.
So everything you do is under a microscope. You have to make sure you make the right decisions. Then you don't drink till you get home, dude.
And you're black. man.
Drink at home, and you can be fucked up off your meds. And guess what, dude? You can just roll your ass right into bed. But don't do that shit, because you make us look bad, Eddie.
Making everybody look bad.
Straight up,
But,
man.
I mean, he has gone through some shit. So I feel like
Hey, man.
he deserves a pass.
Hold on now. I mean, yeah, people make mistakes. I'm not gonna sit up here and crucify the man, but it's like, come on, dude. Like you have
can't be
the
doing that, though.
you the top cop,
You're the
man.
top cop,
You
bro.
top cop. So you can't be slipping like that, Eddie. You can't be
How
slipping like
far
that. You know
was he
that.
from home though?
He was. It doesn't say
Oh,
in the
I know it
article,
doesn't.
but
'Cause I'm like,
but
if you
that's
coulda
another
walked.
fact that was omitted.
You know what? Actually, hey, if Eddie would have walked home, or you know what I'm saying, if he would have left his car or some shit, you know, he probably would have still got in trouble.
Yeah,
But
it would have been like, at least he did the
at least
responsible thing.
yeah.
He
But then
walked
again,
back home. But if he was so
hey,
lightheaded,
he can't be
could
walking
barely
home,
get-
man,
right.
because you know,
Yeah.
dudes like, hey, we got us one. Hey, look,
Hey, there's a drunk black man on the side of the street.
yeah, man. So he can't do that either.
Oh,
so he
imagine!
can't-
Oh God, imagine if they shot him.
Oh,
like that.
jeez.
I know that's dark to say, but imagine if someone called the cops and was like, "There's a black man
Oh.
walking in the streets, and I'm a little bit afraid." And they walked up and they're like, "Put your hands up!" And it's like, "I know the rules. It's me, the boss." And they're like, "Nope, he's got a gun," and he actually had a gun. Like, and they're like, "Oh my God, we shot Daddy!" Like,
we on shot daddy. Shit. We gotta get rid of this body.
We gotta get rid of this body.
We gotta get rid of
All
body, dude.
Let's put him in the car and pretend he's asleep. Oh, he was drunk as fuck and he was asleep.
I
And
didn't
we
see
just let
him.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh my God, we shot
We
Daddy.
shot Daddy.
I say, we shot Daddy. Oh no, no
That's
more
good.
chickens for anybody. Oh my goodness.
Chickens.
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 The ultimate.
Chick-Hens.
The ultimate Hamlet story.
The ultimate
Passing out
Hamlet
drunk in your car
story,
from too much
and
meds.
We shot Daddy.
Oh my Lord,
Wow.
we shot Daddy. That was glorious, Norm. That was glorious.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Eddie. Thanks,
Superintendent Eddie Johnson, EJ, if you will, you're a Jagoff, and
Yes,
don't
sir.
do that again, because
Please
I
don't.
don't think the next time you're getting away. I think you used your one get out of jail card,
Dude,
and
that's
you have no more passes.
man. You one and done for that one, man.
If you were white, you might have at least 2 more, but you're black. So-
Yeah, you ain't got that privilege
You
like
done.
them white boys do. So
You
you
done.
know what time it is, man.
Yeah. You know, I mean, Jesus Christ. You're a Jagoff, bro. For at least this week, you're a Jagoff.
Hey,
so.
Eddie, I gotta agree with him, man. I don't even want to, but you are
Jag
off.
All right. And with that, gentlemen, that concludes another episode
We did it.
of the Jagoff of the Week and
made it.
the Chicago 60 podcast. I want to thank my good pals and business partners and compatriots here, Ron Russell and Norm, Storm and Norman, Norm
Cheers.
Burt,
Cheers.
for being here on a podcast with me. I am, of course, your illustrious host, Justin J. War. And if you liked everything that you heard tonight,
Only
or
if.
everything that you are hearing on the iTunes podcast, then I would need you to please, if you're listening to this on iTunes, hit the subscribe button and leave us a 5-star review, because leaving a 5-star review helps us get up in those rankings. So anytime people type in Chicago, we'll be found a little bit more. So we appreciate if you leave a 5-star review, just like we review plays and
Yeah.
everything else. We'd appreciate if you would review us.
Yeah,
Let
man.
us know what you really think.
gotta
We
get
would
them
like for it to
numbers
be a
up.
5-star, but even if it's not a 5-star, let us know how you feel, if you like what you're listening to, because it only helps us make things better, and we want to do that so we can keep bringing you amazing content, so go do that. If you're watching the Facebook live stream, or if you have been watching us on Facebook on anything we're doing, then please like and follow us there, because we pretty much post everything on the Facebook page that you can see. All the sketch comedy, all the YouTube videos, everything is on our Facebook page. So please go and follow that. You will not miss anything, I promise. We post all kinds of funny things there, so go do that. If you go to YouTube, type in Chicago 60, and please hit the subscribe button and notification bell. We post all the videos from these podcasts. We post all of our sketch comedy. We post all of the couch story sessions. But guess what? You're only going to get that content if you are on YouTube following us and subscribing, because not everything will be on the pages that we were previously mentioning. So you have to go see that stuff only on YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
We don't post all the comedy stuff and everything to all the stuff. So if you aren't on
Do
YouTube,
not
you'll
post
miss it.
everything
So go there and do it immediately.
immediately.
Yes, you can also go to our Instagram page, Chicago_60. That's the numbers. Chicago_60. We post all of our behind the scenes stuff there. Everything from the fucking pre-games that we do. Everything is there. All the photos, all the videos, little short video clips and everything are on that particular page. So if you're not following us there, you're going to miss out on a bunch of additional content. So go do that. And if you're a Spotifyer, if you're on that Spotify, then we're going to be on Spotify by the end of the year. So we're going to be on Spotify. So if you prefer to listen to things on Spotify, we'll be there by the end of the year. So go check it out. It's going to be amazing. So do that. We got so many other cool things in the next couple. Oh my God, folks. We have so many cool things coming up in the next month.
So many.
It is unreal.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're busy boys over here. So please help us out. We're going to have a Patreon account by the end of the year. Also, a new website, all kinds of new comedy things. We have a special announcement next week on the podcast for a little trip that we will be taking.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, more about that, more cool content coming from us. So please help us out and support us and go to all those pages and follow us. It really helps us and also makes us know that we're doing the right thing and bringing you stuff that you want to see. So leave us comments. Let us know how you feel about it. And we really appreciate you listening. So with all of that, gentlemen, that's the end. That's the end of the podcast. So we have to end the podcast, as you giggle about things I don't know about. We have to end the podcast with our favorite phrase of all time.
Hey, I damn it want to say. Fuck them. But we won't do this.
Oh, man.
Lay down and fuck the Bears.
We'll be nice.
Oh man.
Y'all lose again though. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
whole new.
We're gonna try and have the exact same enthusiasm we would at any time. And here we go.
Bear down and fuck the Packers.
And the Saints, you fuckers, for beating us.